Hey, hello there, RJB here, and it is time for the final match in this best of 7 between HamburgerSasu and BomBi. They've been going at it for 6 games already. The score is 3-3, and now it's time to find out who is going to be the winner of this best of 7 extremely extravaganza super battle between BomBi, who's here on the orange Protoss, and HamburgerSasu, who's here on the other side of the map on the yellow Zerg. BomBi's been playing Protoss on every single match so far, and HamburgerSasu has played Zerg or Terran in every single match. And the matches so far have been very, very good. Very good. These matches have been some of the most exciting matches I've seen in quite some time. The match itself, or the series itself, is from August 13 in 2019. And HamburgerSasu, I think, was at the time somewhat in his prime. He developed carpal tunnel syndrome, or so I think. He didn't really specify which wrist condition he developed, but carpal tunnel syndrome is the most common wrist condition that players who have very high APM and, well, basically play all day, is the most common injury they develop. HamburgerSasu there makes 8 total Zerglings. That's a lot of Zerglings he's got going there. Can try to find BomBi as fast as he can. BomBi is prepared for those Zerglings though. A cannon there on the way back at home. 2 Zealots queued up. Zealots will finish right about the time the Zerglings come into the base. 1 Zealot there already finished to protect the Nexus and the Pro. Pylon there in the front is going to go down. That's going to hurt him quite a bit. Cybercore there in the back finishes. And the moment this Zealot here arrives in the front, Hamburger's going to run into the back there. Nope, he's going to go for the surround on the Zealot first. Guess the surround Zealot there gets caught out. 2 more Zealots there spawning right at the same time. He doesn't want to fight against those 2 Zealots because 2 Zealots will probably take down too many of them Zerglings. Instead, he wants to take down and secure this sunken here so we can stop this pylon here on the middle and stop the proxy mid build from happening. Splits up his Zealots, although the Zealot here realizes that, okay, the sunken is going to finish, might as well pull back, not lose the Zealot. Zerglings try to kill the Pro runs back home, stays alive, but that means the middle here is being forsaken because now the Sunkens can kill the pylon and stop the proxy mid build from happening whatsoever. Still does some scouting, dancing around, keeping BomBi occupied. His superior APM here really paying off, and his multitasking as well. 4th hatchery now finally on the way. He spent a lot of money on pushing those Sunkens to the middle, but it has paid off. The proxy mid base has been, well, prevented. So 2 gas there from BomBi. He's going all in on the tech. Got 3 gateways there as well for some Zealots and Dragoons. The Dragoon will take care of those Zerglings, or it will take care of the Overlords. Overlords are running away to safety because he knows it's coming. So the Overlord, the Dragoon has somewhat served its purpose, and that is keeping that Overlord away from the middle, but also to maybe kill those Zealots, the Zerglings. Zerglings are still dancing, still trying to kill the Probe. The Probe stays alive once again. A lot of fighting so far, but almost nothing has died. He loses some Zerglings there in the end, eventually, though, and he's going to get those cannons down there as well. I don't think these 4 or 5 Zerglings can save and stop this. Although he gets on top of the cannon gets cancelled. Probe died. Alright, he did it. He managed to do it. The Probe there, 1 small little lapse of paying attention, and the Probe goes down. We got a Corsair on the way though already, and the support bay has finished. Shuttle speed is on the way, and the Reaver also queued up. Not going for Zealot speed yet, not going for level 1 attack yet. He just wants to go for a very fast drop. Maybe get some units into HamburgerSasu's base. HamburgerSasu might spot it out there. He might spot the shuttle with the Zergling. Small chance he sees it. I don't think he saw it. I don't think so. So he picks up 4 Zealots and is going to fly them into the base and fly a couple more over. But I do think he can see this. He sees it there just barely. Dragoon there kills itself by accident. Zergling there still gathering information. How far is he with his progress back at home? He's got Hydralisk finishing up just right about now. He added a total of 5 macro hatcheries in the back. He's got 2 Sunkens there being more. Got speed on the way for his Hydralisks, or not yet? Not yet. Doesn't have speed for his Hydralisk on the way just yet. It will be the first upgrade he's going to get, though. It will be his first upgrade. Corsair there very slowly taking down the Overlord, but the Corsair will pay for it with its life without getting any results, except, of course, getting scouting information. The Zealots there on the top side have been forsaken because it looks like BomBi, because he scouted, knows that he can't really go in for the attack on the workers. The Zealots there are outnumbered. HamburgerSasu is playing the macro this game very, very well. He's only on 25 drones, but he has sufficient units to defend this. Reaver there in the back, getting microed along with the shuttle, but it stays alive, gets out of there. And the Zealots do take care of a lot of Hydras, but eventually HamburgerSasu comes out without any injuries whatsoever. What's more important though is the Reavers on the Robos on the middle have finished. There's only 2 cannons there though, it's not very well protected. HamburgerSasu might try to break free and break out and kill this on the middle once again. We've seen him do it in a game before in this same series, where an underprotected mid-proxy base got killed multiple times in a single game. Got the shuttle there coming in for the bottom side. There's nothing in between. HamburgerSasu's missing this one. Oh, BomBi found the one hole he had to find, but the Reaver goes down. It already accumulated some damage from the prior fight and goes down within a single blink of an eye. Doesn't get a chance to shoot. Shuttle stays alive though, but it's on low HP. Might not want to use that one again. 2 Reavers have spawned on the middle. More Reavers are on the way as well. This one is making shuttles. Pretty smart little optimization there to... Oh no, the Reavers! So there's a stupid little coding thing going on here, where the map is divided into squares, but these squares are uneven. And if a Reaver is trying to shoot on a structure inside another square, and there's a square in between those 2 squares, for example, they're in this square, the target is in this square, and there's a square in between. And the Reavers will crawl through this entire square, or into this middle square, before they can shoot on these 2 targets in another square. Basically, the squares have to connect. It's something I once saw in a Firebat Hero video. Firebat Hero is an ex-pro player. There's a lot of informative videos showcasing a lot of that kind of stuff. And it is why Reavers tend to completely shit themselves sometimes. Because they're in a square right here. There's a square in between. And these Sunkens are in yet another square. So they will have to enter the square in between first. I hope that made sense. It's just something I've been wanting to talk about since forever. Because it really explains why Reavers are so stupid. Alright, Zealots are coming in there with the hot attack. Level 1 attack, not yet finished, but speed is finished, so he's going to try to break through once and for all as fast as he can. But the Hydras are coming in from HamburgerSasu's base to try and stop this from happening. The Temple there in the back might storm the Hydras. The Reavers are firing from afar, but not doing all that much because they ran out of Scarabs. They're no longer pushing forward. The storm comes down, but HamburgerSasu dodges it without much effort whatsoever. And it looks like the attack there hasn't yielded the results that he wanted. But what matters most is the Reavers are still alive, so he can wait to build more Zealots, more Reavers, and try again. If he had lost those Reavers, this would have been a done game. Because HamburgerSasu would then be able to just move out with all his Hydras, go for the attack, break the middle, go into the enemy base, and finish the game. So BomBi there is patient. BomBi is patient, and that is important. Sometimes being patient and being satisfied with the results that you got is more important than trying to force more results. More than you can afford to go, oh, this is smart. Because the Reavers can't really shoot around the corner, he unloads Reavers inside of the base and shoots on the Sunkens behind the wall. He keeps one of them alive, brings it to safety. He's going to load it here in the front. Once he can try to break through, Zealots there are tripping balls for some reason. They're tripping balls for no good reason. The Reaver is mostly still alive, but now the Reavers are in their most difficult situation. The Sunkens around the corner cannot... Basically, the Reavers need a line of sight. If there's a hill in between, they can't shoot on it, and they have to crawl forward until they are in a line of sight to shoot around the corner. That's what's happening here. That's why they are crawling into the Sunkens. That is why putting Sunkens behind the hill here, instead of grouping everything here in the middle, is so important. You place them here, behind the wall, behind the hill, and the Reavers completely trip themselves out. It is not a bug, it is an intended bit of coding that's important to know of. Once again, comes in with another attack, but once again, I don't think he's going to break through, but do note, there's a shuttle here on the top side. That's what he's aiming for. He's aiming to hit this one right on the money. Ooh, he gets in. The shuttle gets taken down just within the nick of time. And this frontal choke has also been broken through almost entirely. So there's Sunkus on the bottom side, a couple Sunkus left here in the middle, and everything gets cleared out. And his upgrades are also just about to hit 1-1 in about 5 seconds or so. BomBi is on 0-1-1. Level 2 armor, level 1 armor on the way. The Hydra is now breaking into the middle because BomBi lost his entire army, and HamburgerSasu recognizes that because he sniped the shuttle drop, he can afford to move his Hydralisks out of his base and take care of all these structures on the middle, because there's no drop coming in to hurt his drones. That's why there's no Hydras anywhere in his base. He knows there's a small little time window to go for the attack. But his upgrades also hitting 1-1 at the same time. He timed this perfectly. He moved out the moment he got 1-1 attack, and he saw the opportunity. Everything is falling into place, but the amount of Dragoons coming from BomBi here are too great. There's too many Dragoons, too many Zealots, so BomBi will be able to salvage the situation and keep his Robos on the middle alive. He did lose one Robo, lost 2 cannons, but nothing much else. What matters mostly for HamburgerSasu is the fact that he managed to buy himself a huge chunk of time by killing so much here on the middle. Killing so many Reavers, killing so many Dragoons and Templars, Zealots I mean, and killing the shuttle. He's now able to play the game a little bit safer as he's got Lurkers on the way to burrow up in the front, and I don't see... Well, there's the Observer. I couldn't see it, but it arrives exactly as I was thinking about the Observer. BomBi read my mind. He read my mind from the past into the future. Doesn't make sense, but it's possible he did it. So yeah, the Lurkers do kill a bunch of the Zealots, but mostly just breaks through. Lurkers forced to retreat back behind the Sunkens, where they are more difficult to target. The Hydra's now protecting the Lurkers as well. Units are coming in from BomBi into this little narrow choke point where they're trying to break through. Sunkens are at the corner, still tripping out the Reaver. Templars coming down with the storms on the Hydras, kills a bunch of them. The Zealots trying to clear out the last remaining ones, but nope, doesn't get it done. HamburgerSasu now in 57 drones, low on gas, but adding a lot of drones to the gas now, so his gas income will be completely fine. He's mostly been focusing on just getting a lot of hatcheries. He's got 5 on the bottom side, 6 finisher on the top side for a total of 11, and 2 more for 13, and this is number 14 hatcheries in total. He can mass produce a lot of units very quick, and he's mostly going to focus on Lurkers and Hydras, which don't need a lot of gas. More Zealots coming in once again. The Observers moving forward now as well. The storm comes down on the Lurkers and the Hydras. HamburgerSasu steps out of it just in time to prevent losing an entire group of Hydras. Clears up most of the units with this beautiful spread and surround here on the units trying to enter. And once again, no progress made for BomBi there. Now, one thing I gotta note here, though, is BomBi is not being very consistent with shuttle drops. But that's because he's only mining from 4 gas at the moment. With this current configuration of how he has placed his nexus, he can add 1 more on the top side, 1 more on the bottom side. Maybe even this 2 top sides there for a total of 8 gas to be mining from, or 7, yeah, 8 gas to be mining from. But the top 2 and the bottom 1 wouldn't be optimal. Goes in once again. He's got a shuttle as well to go in for a drop. No Corsair to escort it, although HamburgerSasu would kind of ignore the Corsair and just target fire the shuttle, so the Corsair wouldn't really serve a purpose. But it's always nice, just in case the enemy isn't target firing on the shuttle and the Corsair tanks it. Clears out the Reavers really nicely, pulls back to behind the Sunkens once again, keeps them safe. No point keeping the Hydras in the front. Ooh, drop comes in, he notices it, he saw it with the Overlord down the bottom side. Will he snipe it? Will he snipe it? The Templar lows, Templar storms, Templar... Oh, that was close. That was dreadfully close. That was dreadfully close. You could see the Templar turn its head towards the minerals, meaning he gave the command. But before the Templar could start or finish the animation to cast the storm, it died. If HamburgerSasu had clicked any later, even just a frame later, the Templar would have stormed and he would have lost his drones, and the game might have been a loss. So HamburgerSasu plays it very, very risky. Very, very risky, but it pays off. He does not lose mining time, doesn't lose drones, gives himself a great little step up into an amazing mid-game, because now he's absolutely enormous. 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top side, 8 on the top side, 6 and 8 for 14, there's numbers 15 and 16, 16 hatcheries. His upgrades are on level 2 soon, got them on the way. Overall transportation on the way on his second lair, he's got a hive on the way as well. Wait, that's overall movement speed, not transportation. Movement speed, my bad. Yeah, the Reavers once again trying to push through. This one sunken on the bottom side, still being a pain in the ass. The Reavers are trying to take down whatever they can. Units keep streaming in. There should be a drop somewhere in the making as well. There it is. Right at the exact timing. At some point, you just develop a feeling for when things are going to spawn. Reavers keep going down, storms keep coming down. This is basically turned into a rinse and repeat. This method that BomBi is using now worked in the first 2 Zerg against Protoss games, where he managed to push through with the very first push. Ooh, this... Oh. The Reaver. Is he gonna hit? Is he gonna arrive? Reaver. Oh, he killed about 7. Maybe 12. He got some of them. But a bunch of new drones just spawned at the same time. He's got 83 drones, so he will be... Well, he'll have enough money. He intended to use most of the drones to build more sunkens in the front, but considering he is currently somewhat fine, has a lot of units, and lost some drones just right there, right now, might as well put them back on minerals. It means he doesn't have more sunkens in the front, but he does have enough units, enough Hydras to, at least, stop this push from doing any serious harm. And that's what matters the most right here. Not... He dodged the storm, he lost about 10. He lost 11 drones. But he dodged it. Even I missed it. Maybe I should switch to blue against red so that the colors on the minimap are a little bit less conflicting. Orange and yellow, I mean, I can differentiate them, but when I'm not actively, constantly looking on the minimap, the orange and the yellow do kind of blend together. So let's keep it like this. Red versus blue. I should have done this from the start. So my apologies for that one. So now, this is the point where the game is going to turn ugly for BomBi. There's Mutalisks on the map. There's no control of vision on the top side here, so the Mutalisks are going to sneak out without issue. And that's when they are going to become a problem. But this is also a problem here for HamburgerSasu. This is also a problem. The Reavers and the Dragoons are pushing through. A lot of Scorches there though to snipe the shuttles. Oh, he wants to go in. He wants to go in on the shuttle and on the Observer. Guess the Observers. Oh, he got both of them in the end. He got both of them in the end. And BomBi is now making real serious progress towards the tech here. The tech is pretty far up in the front. So that might go down. But what matters more is these Guardians being morphed on the top side. It's 12 Guardians in total ready to go and strike on those Nexuses. And there's nothing to protect those 2 Nexuses. There's 1, 2, 3 cannons that can hit the Guardians if they attack this Nexus. And there's now Dragoons and Templar spawning as well. But everything is being sent towards the choke here, where BomBi is attacking. And the Guardians go in for the attack, going straight for the Nexus, going for the cannons first. Gotta clear them out. The Dragoons have to walk all the way around before they can hit the Guardians. But there's only 4 Dragoons against 12 Guardians, and the Nexus is taking critical amounts of damage very, very quick. There's no Templars here to storm the Guardians, no Corsairs, nothing to kill them. And the Guardians are going to clear every single one of these Dragoons out as well. Units are not being pulled back to the base. BomBi is trying to go for a base trade. He thinks he can do this. He thinks he can end the game here with this mass attack. But HamburgerSasu on the edge of... Well, HamburgerSasu actually has enough units here. He has enough units to clear out these units in his base. And BomBi is low on gas and losing his second Nexus here as well, because there's nothing here to defend. There's nothing here to kill the Guardians. He's going to get that kill there. He's going to try to make his way out there as well at the same time. He's going to try to keep those Guardians alive and maybe use them once again. But the Guardians in the end do get taken down except for a single one making it out alive. But they served their purpose. They took down the Nexus. They took down both Nexus. And now BomBi is long distance mining. Looks pretty, but this is really painful for BomBi. He's also very low on gas. There's almost no probes left on the gas. Everything is put on the minerals. Let's have 6,000 minerals. He's waiting for the Nexus to rebuild. But But this is going to be difficult because his configuration is so bad for gas mining as it is right now. Basically, this one gas can optimally mine, and these three can optimally mine. Everything else is long distance mining for the gas. So that's suboptimal, and he's very gas reliant. And there's so many lurkers, so many hydras, and so few units left here in the front. But I don't think BomBi can do this. He also lost his observers once again, because every single time there's observers, HamburgerSasu moves his overlords forward, then comes in with the scorches, like a mass amount of scorch, like 12 or 10, and takes down the observers to stop the push. And he's doing so great every single time. Now BomBi has one shot at making a comeback, and that is by landing a Templar Storm on the drones. There's very little protection in the back, but there's so many units to go through, so much vision on the sides for HamburgerSasu that I don't think that shuttle is going to make its way through. He's going to try to go in, but he's going to fly straight over some hydras. Oh, this one is a fake one. The real one is down here. But he's already breaking through. He's going for the push into the middle with the hydras and the lurkers. Guardian supporting from high above. The upgrades are almost on level 3-3. Well, actually, they're on level 2-2. He didn't queue up 3-3. Ooh, he goes in. Shuttle unloads. Templars are storming, but they are storming on a small group of gas drones, because the drones that matter already around the safety. Now HamburgerSasu is breaking into the middle, and he wins the best of 7 gloriously with 3 wins in a row. HamburgerSasu makes the glorious comeback with an explosive and beautiful display of control, awareness, and planning. Whenever there's an opening, whenever there's a weakness, HamburgerSasu knows how to exploit it, and he knows how to play a great defense. This was great defense without actually massively turtling up his entire base. He mostly relied on his lurkers, his hydralisks, and well, about 50 Sunguns there in the front. But he mostly relied on the hydralisks. Hydralisks, cheap, fast, mobile, and pretty consistent damage, managed to carry him to the win, not once, but twice. Beautiful game here. HamburgerSasu, once again, does the amazing job. So thanks for watching. I'm going to very quickly update the final scorecard, just for the sake of having it updated. 4 wins for HamburgerSasu. He is the champion. So thanks for watching, and come back when I upload another video, whenever. Should be soon.